In the fitness world, you don't have to wait too long before you start hearing the words macros and nutrition thrown around. In this video, we will cover simply and effectively what macros are and a structure for a healthy diet, as well as the role that exercise and diet play in your overall nutrition. When it comes to nutrition, although it is fairly simple to understand, it can be hard to lose weight. Have you ever wondered how to structure your macros and diet? How crucial is the exercise, or is diet more important? Stick around to the end to see what has the biggest impact. As always, we try to bring practical advice to impact your immediate health and fitness. Macro is the shorter version of the word macronutrient in your diet. These are the primary nutrients in what we eat, your food, your energy. This would be different than vitamins and minerals, or what is known as micronutrients. The four macronutrients are fats, carbohydrates, protein, and alcohol. These all provide us energy, which is measured in calories, probably your favorite word of all time. Top 5 for me for sure. Each macronutrient carries with it a different amount of calories. Carbs and protein have 4 calories per gram, alcohol has 7, and fats have about 9. If you can understand and start to track macros, this can in turn help with effective muscle growth and weight loss goals. It's important to know what is fueling your body. Macros are more than just energy. We need to understand the extra role they play. Not to be Captain Obvious, but first and foremost, we know that alcohol does not offer any nutritional value to our bodies. 0 grams, 0 drinks, zilch. None is ideal, if possible, as far as pure health benefits. Fruits, veggies, legumes, beans, and whole grain are good high-quality carbohydrate sources. To break it down further, there are 2 types of carbs, sugars and fiber. Dietary fiber helps you maintain a healthy gut microbiome and is satiating, helping you to feel full. Getting this fiber from sources like vegetables can be helpful in feeling full, which can help you with weight loss. If you eat more of these, you're less likely to then fill up on junk that has little to no nutritional value. Some preliminary research has shown that mice who had low protein diets and had the rest of their energy primarily from carbs, not fat, demonstrated the highest indicators for healthy aging. It'd be interesting to see more research like this in humans, as current trends tend to point more towards high protein diets for weight loss. Sugars like glucose and fructose can be used easily in our bodies as a primary energy source. Carbohydrates overall provide us with the majority of our energy, what we've talked about so far. This can be useful in moderation for a variety of physical activities, including lifting weights. Believe it or not, high carb intake can be very beneficial for muscle growth and performance when exercising. I hope that you've gained some value so far. If you've enjoyed the content, please consider giving it a nutrition-loving thumbs up and subscribe so we can continue to bring you fitness content. Moving on, recent research has challenged this idea of how many carbs are actually necessary. In fact, research has pointed us to look at if our bodies can adapt to using ketones instead of being as reliant on carbs. Findings this year at the School of Medicine at UT Health San Antonio have shown that low-carb, ketogenic diets may need to be cycled on and off and can be hard on your heart and kidneys. I'll include a link below in the description to more details. Overall, there's more involved here, but try to keep things simple. I would say 30 to 45% of total calories coming from carbs, depending on your preference and how you feel. A lot of times fats are unfairly demonized in the fitness world. They are simply seen as a negative. Nevertheless, fats do play a crucial role in heart health, how your cells function, gene expression, and of course, energy storage. Fats also provide steady state energy to our muscles, especially over the long term, which make it especially helpful for endurance athletes, those who are running longer. Fats are in all kinds of products, but we see them and they're common in oils, dairy products, and different meats. Unsaturated fats generally are a good fat option, and trans fats should be mostly avoided. Usually fat intake is what is calculated after getting your protein and carb percentages first, unless you're intentionally doing a low-carb ketogenic diet. I would not have fat intake go below 20% of your overall calorie intake. Now, to all my lifters and fitness enthusiasts, your favorite, protein. Protein provides the amino acids that are essential building blocks in your body and help with muscle repair. Protein is crucial, especially if you're looking to maintain or add on lean muscle weight. Regardless of if you're a runner, swimmer, if you resistance train regularly, protein needs need to remain high for all fitness levels. Maintaining high protein when losing weight could be even more crucial to maintain muscle, as well as help you feel more full. The most common complete protein sources are animal-based, although there are still good plant protein source alternatives. These plant options could be soy or pea products, Protein supplements such as protein powders and shakes, both animal and plant, are both great. Most have anywhere from 22 to 30 grams of protein, roughly a scoop. I would recommend roughly 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein for just ease of math, and it's pretty close to being the amount needed for most people who work out regularly. This would be about 25 to 40% of your total calorie intake for most people. Macros really are the foundation of fitness nutrition and something to be aware of. If you work out and don't track or have a basic idea with some of these generally, you could be leaving results on the table. They're foundational and can help with effective eating strategies. From these guidelines provided, you can customize them to what you need or use out of the many online calculators that are available. This will help you avoid some of the math and guesswork and just be able to input things in. Now, we're moving beyond this to the why of macros. The reason to focus on nutrition is, whether we like it or not, obesity, hypertension, diabetes, weight stereotypes, and many health-related diseases are on the rise due to current lifestyle and abundance of cheap, highly processed food. Weight loss is one of the most sought-after goals in our society as a whole. Regardless of why you want to lose weight, sometimes just finding the best way to lose it can be just as hard as actually losing the weight. Most people know how to work out hard and eat healthy, yet it doesn't turn out to be just quite that simple. Now, this leads to the question in my mind of, when comparing exercise and diet, what matters more? Let's dive a little bit into the weight loss process. As a general rule, you lose weight when energy expenditure exceeds energy consumption. Simply put, burn more energy than the food you intake, eat less, work out. Basic calories in versus out, or calorie deficit. To break it down further, energy expenditure happens in 3 ways. The first is your basal metabolic rate, or BMR. This is all your body needs to maintain basic bodily functions, heartbeat, brain function, things like that. The second factor is the thermic effect of food, or the energy your body uses to digest it. The third way is physical activity, so any type of movement you do throughout the day. This could be cleaning the house, walking the dog, or lifting weights. Of these 3 physical activity levels, this last one is the one you can change and increase to have a more active lifestyle. It never hurts to take a 10-minute walk after work, park a little further out, or find a way to add something extra. Pivoting to the eating or energy consumption end of things, this is completely under your control. You control what and how much you eat throughout the day. I know life gets stressful, and binge eating will happen, but you can try. Study after study shows that this is most crucial, as we need to eat less than we burn if we truly want to drop some weight. Exercising burns more energy, and eating less decreases energy intake. Now, let's compare which one does more, or does it just depend? Dare I say eating less could be more effective, possibly easier? You could start with dieting, eating 100 less calories a day. An example could be eating half a candy bar, or a bite or 2 less of a burger, or 1 or 2 less packs of fruit snacks with your kids. In exercise, this would take a commitment of running a mile or walking your dog for 30 minutes. While some of this is preference, just eating less is easier from a pure time commitment standpoint. If you look at 250 calories instead, that could be skipping a candy bar, or skipping some extra fries, versus about an hour of lifting weights. For my fitness pals out there who, for the love of the game, just love lifting weights, lift weights and treat yourself to some chocolate. However, for those who don't have time or looking for a quick way to cut back, just cut back a little on what you eat. It adds up over days and weeks. Eating less will usually be easier than exercising, although both are needed. Now, I'm not trying to convince you not to work out, just showing how calories can add up. Another thing to focus on with eating is eating low-calorie, nutrient-dense foods packed with micronutrients that your body needs. This will help you feel more full than the higher-calorie processed food. As most people know, the junky food doesn't end up really filling you up, leaves you wanting more and kind of feeling yucky and lethargic. It's kind of a vicious cycle. So, is diet all we need to focus on, or what portion of things does exercise truly play? It's important to know that with weight loss, your only goal should not be just to focus on the scale going down. Body composition and muscle are also important. Although working out is not as effective as diet as losing weight fast, the other health benefits that follow cannot be overstated. If someone is very overweight and obese, just losing weight in general will increase health exponentially. If dieting works, or more importantly, implementing a lifestyle of eating less and more nutrient-dense foods is adhered to, this will pay dividends in and of itself. For those looking to move past this and wanting to get stronger, add muscle and move easier, exercise and working out will be key. If you work out more, you're burning more calories. Also, if you want to have an extra treat with family or friends, you don't have to feel bad, as you've already been working out, putting the work in. Working out will help with heart health, lung capacity, and the therapeutic high that comes for many from working out. For some, it comes from running. Others feel a pump or rush of energy when lifting weights. You'll burn fat for energy as well, as long as you're getting enough protein. Also, an important note is as you diet or cut, your calories will eventually go down and your body will adapt to things. The longer you diet, the more your BMR lowers and your body clings onto fat, not wanting to let go. Eventually, if you cut back on calories and are not working out, less energy is being burned and you have to keep cutting back and it's eventually not sustainable. Adding workouts is so much better. Your BMR will go down some, but much slower, as the exercise will help your metabolism. It will help you to stop losing muscle and instead increase fat breakdown, which is preferable to maintain lean muscle mass. You will look more lean and be strong even as you lose weight. This is especially true for new lifters or those who get newbie gains, most noticeable in the beginning. If you eat less, you're just a smaller version of what you already were. A 2015 meta-analysis of 66 population studies looked at people ranging in age from 18 to 65 years old. They found that cutting calories alone was not enough to change body composition. In fact, they found the greatest change in composition with those who resistance train. In fact, resistance training alone was more effective alone than endurance training or the combination of both. They found the sweet spot to be about 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps for most lifts. I would like to point out that you can't outwork a bad diet. Even if you're working out hard, you still need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Lifting for a couple hours a day will not cancel out a 9,000 calorie diet of junk food. Looking at all these pros and cons, it may seem exercise is a better option. It might be slower, but it's creating a habit to keep the weight off long term. You don't have to starve yourself. You can become healthier and add on some muscle to help with body composition and long-term health. Eating healthier and working out together is probably the best. So, is one superior? As with most fitness concepts, it depends probably is correct. Just depends. Moderation with both is ideal. If I had to choose one, you'll find me working out at the gym. I love working out. What would you choose? Which one has worked better for you? Have you done both? Let's all motivate each other to be better. Leave some comments below. Let us know what you think. Please like and share with your fitness-loving friends, and don't forget to subscribe. It helps us so much. As always, we're trying to bring practical fitness advice to everyone.